Hi innovators, I'm Dave Casey, founder of the Innovation Leaders Club. In this video, we'll look at how to get the root cause of a need to clearly identify the real opportunity. We'll also look at how to document an opportunity, and finally, we're going to look at how to select an opportunity when we have multiple of them and what are the criteria we could use. First, let's see how to get to the root cause of a need, because most of the time we just get to the symptom level and we don't necessarily deep dive enough to get to the root cause. On that matter, I have a story for you. When I started my career, there was a president of a large corporation that told me something important. He said, "Dave, I don't know a lot about innovation management, but what I can tell you is very clear. If we get to the root cause and there's a clear needs that we're going to satisfy, there is a clear market." That being said, let's get to our video. I'll see you back right after this section.
This video from the Innovation Leaders Club will explain how to identify an innovation opportunity. To identify an innovation opportunity, you must find a real problem and understand it clearly so that you can clarify and scope the opportunity before generating ideas. More precisely, the video will cover the 5 whys technique, which is a common approach to help you dig to the root of a problem, as well as how to use the opportunity tool to define your innovation target better. And finally, how to map your innovation opportunities so that you can easily prioritize them. Don't forget that, as usual, you can access for free all of the content on this video, including the PowerPoint presentation, as well as the tools, if applicable, by clicking the link in the description below. Also, if you like the video, don't hesitate to drop a like, share it with your employees, your colleagues, and even your superiors, and leave us a comment down below. If you don't want to miss a video, subscribe now and get notifications for real and practical innovation management practices coming directly from club members. The Academy works to freely share meeting content discussed during Innovation Leaders Club gatherings. Through online bundles available for a fee, the Academy ultimately provides real and practical methodologies, visuals, and tools that can be edited or customized for your organization, training videos, and much more based on the Innovation Leaders Club members' shared best practices and the collective proficiency of all the members' knowledge. One of the most popular strategies in identifying a real problem is the 5 whys analysis. Using this technique will enable you to quickly remove the layers of distracting indications from detecting the real causes of a problem. The 5 whys analysis is a simple tool for drilling down a request to identify the root cause of the problem by asking why 5 times. However, it is vital to clarify that asking 5 times is situational. There are instances when you can discover the root cause after asking why 3 times, or you may even have to ask more than 5 times to reach the answer. Regardless of the specific number, coming up with the root cause is the overall objective. Let's take an electrician installing a light fixture on the ceiling as an example. Let's discuss how to use the 5 whys in determining the root cause. The first part involves meeting with the people familiar with the area in which the problem is related and giving them information to approach and understand the problem. In this example, the electrician reported that he would like a light fixture from the supplier. Meet directly with the customer, ideally in person or by using a remote communication platform such as Teams. Then start asking why. Continue asking why at least 5 times and remember to challenge the resulting answers beyond conventional origins to encourage a thorough search instead of settling for reasons that are known and true. Upon identifying the cause, determine the cause with the most significant impact on the problem and prioritize this. Lastly, find the solution for the most critical issue and analyze its impact and effectiveness. To come back to the light fixture example, by repeatedly asking why to the electrician who made the installation, the lighting company arrives at the underlying root cause of the request. Why would you like a lighter fixture? To make it easier to handle. Why would you like a fixture that's easier to handle? To make it easier to install by holding it with one hand. Why would you like it to be easier to install with one hand? To be able to install it alone. Why would you like to install it alone? By applying the 5 whys analysis, the root cause or the problem to solve is determined. With that in mind, this brings us to find the solution. In this case, when an electrician is making an installation, he could do everything on his own except the fixture installation, which requires 2 people for 30 minutes. However, the real problem is to conceive a fixture that an electrician can install alone. This will reduce the installation cost by having only 1 worker on site instead of 2.
Next, we will explore a simple but effective tool to document an opportunity. Often, club members use these tools as a target for creativity session, as it clearly defines on a single page where potential solution should be aiming at.
We have developed a 60-page visual guidebook on how to develop an innovation strategy. It is a fully illustrated step-by-step guide to building the foundation of an innovation system. Click the link in the description below to download it for free. Let's discuss the proposed opportunity tool. This is a one-page tool to define a concept from a club member. At the very top, the opportunity is identified. Then in the first box, the current context is explained as well as the organization's current stake in this opportunity. Then the customer's problems and needs are quantified, either by evaluating the number of customers having such problems or by the value that represents such issues. In the following box, the club member explains the competing solutions by detailing their advantages and disadvantages. Interestingly, the latter provides insights on the opportunity. At the bottom, the club member defines the innovation target. First, the member quantifies the objectives, the claims the innovation will be marketed with. Moreover, he clearly defines the sandbox by precisely defining what kind of solution is included and what is excluded. As an example, you could specify to exclude any solution that would be made of plastic. On the counterpart, you could also want to include all solutions that could be suitable for e-commerce. This way, you are already framing the criteria for idea submission. Finally, you could also add another layer of constraints, such as the product must be biodegradable or the total cost must be under $100. Such constraint makes the ideation process more difficult. However, it will shorten your path going forward by increasing the quality of ideas that will be submitted, as they will be nearer to the set expectations. This tool is similar to the PowerPoint tool, but in Excel format. You'll need to enter the same information as in the PowerPoint tool, but this one might be easier to format since it has been designed to be printed on a letter format sheet. There are 2 sections in this tool, the context and the innovation target. Let's look at the context by detailing who the customer is. If you have identified a persona, it is probably the best way to present whom you are targeting. After this, quantify the approximate size of the market by mentioning how many other people who like the persona are in a certain area, such as a country, region, or even the world. Then figure out precisely the organization's current stake in this opportunity. Next, focus on the customer's needs. Try to quantify it by evaluating how much time and money such consumers are currently spending to solve their problems. In the following box, explain who the stakeholders are and what their role is in the decision-making process. Should they be involved in the development of the innovation? Then indicate any trends that might affect the innovation. Is there anything to seize or watch? Is the opportunity related to something bigger? To complete the context, explain the competing solutions by detailing their advantages and disadvantages. Interestingly, the latter provides insights on the opportunity. The second section is the innovation target. Start by quantifying the objectives, which are the claims the innovation will be marketed with. Moreover, clearly define the sandbox by precisely defining what kind of solution is included and which one is excluded. As an example, you could specify to exclude any solution that would be made of plastic. On the counterpart, you could also choose to include all solutions that can also be suitable for e-commerce. This way, you are already framing the criteria for idea submission. Finally, you could also add another layer of constraints, such as the product must be biodegradable or the total cost must be under $100. Such constraints make the ideation process more difficult. However, it will shorten your path going forward by increasing the quality of ideas that will be submitted, since they will be nearer to the anticipated expectations.
In the following section of this video, we'll look at two important criteria when selecting among multiple opportunities. You will notice it is proposed to use only two criteria, not 3, 5, 7, but only two, and also to show those criteria on a two-dimension chart.
Let's prioritize opportunities and identify the best ones to bring out at the Innovation Project Portfolio Review. Once you have defined your opportunities, it will be best to prioritize them so that you better understand where to focus your efforts. A tool to easily prioritize your opportunities is to use an opportunity map with two criteria: the business strength and the market attractiveness. This tool is appreciated by many club members. The business strength involves assessing the business's core competencies and strengths and asking whether these competencies could be leveraged if the business chose to seize this opportunity. The market attractiveness is an external measure that captures characteristics such as the size and growth of markets in this opportunity, intensity of competition, margins earned, and the potential for developing innovation. Here you will find a more detailed version of the two criteria. Some participants like having more details of each criterion, but after evaluating a few opportunities, they become used to the criteria and no longer require them. The business strength criteria divide into two sub-criteria, namely technological and operational competencies and marketing and sales competencies. Here are more details about them. The technological and operational competencies involve qualified human resources and technologies mastered internally and uses existing equipment. Qualified human resources has the ability to leverage R&D or design engineering and involves operational processes and knowledge. Technologies mastered internally involves the use of existing core technologies with the ability to find technological knowledge related to the technologies. Existing equipment provides the ability to leverage current equipment and assets. The marketing and sales competencies involves qualified human resources, renowned brands, and distribution network. Qualified human resources can leverage market knowledge, customer relationship, and sales forces. Renowned brand can leverage marketing communications, brand name, and images in this arena. And distribution network can leverage distribution channels with this opportunity. The opportunity market attractiveness is divided into four sub-criteria as shown earlier. Here's more details about them. The market outlook includes the first two categories, namely the growth potential and market size. The growth potential includes the potential new customers, position in the maturity cycle, and potential adjacent markets, while the market size is the number of customers or users, total market size, or the potential market size, usually in dollars. The competitive positioning then includes competition intensity and strength of competitors with this opportunity, number of competitors, the strength of competitors, and their barrier to entry, such as patents, assets, and others. And the potential margins in this opportunity is compared to current offers based on the organization's objectives. The last sub-criteria is often hard to evaluate at this stage. You may skip it if it is not yet applicable. Starting from the bottom left, here's how to interpret these quadrants. No bets. This quadrant encompasses opportunities that don't build on business strengths or offer attractive opportunities. Conservative bets. Business strengths can be leveraged, but the market isn't attractive. Typically, these are opportunities your organization has been playing for years, and now there's either less innovation potential or undesirable leftovers. Members often refer to this quadrant as an apple tree that has been picked mostly clean of its fruit. The only apples left are the ones at the top, which require a higher reach. High-risk bets. This quadrant covers the highly attractive opportunities. These opportunities have little to no exploitable business strengths. Therefore, opportunities in this quadrant are ideal candidates for technological development. Typically, the organization will have to develop its knowledge. They can do this by either devoting their time to learning how to tackle this opportunity themselves, or they can hire someone who already has the expertise to handle it. It may also require a partnership with another organization to speed the work along or proceed to an acquisition. Best bets. This quadrant consists of highly attractive opportunities that leverage current business strengths, so new technologies are probably not required here. The organization could be leveraging technologies that it has mastered. This is what the mapping might look like. Having such a mapping will probably ease your tasks. You and your team may likely select opportunity 7, which is obviously the best choice as it is in the far right. Its location in the far right also means that you feel your business strength is high, thus you can seize it within a shorter term. However, the objective of a structural front end of innovation is to allow opportunities to mature. Therefore, it would probably be wise to have opportunities in 4, 2, and 1 in your FEI pipeline and get them matured enough to be selected in an upcoming innovation cycle. This is called proactive innovation. Such mapping should be made for each innovation program so that you can compare apples with apples. This will ease the prioritization within each strategic arena so that you can clearly allocate your resources. The mapping can be segmented into 5 priority levels. Such an approach allows you to manage a large number of opportunities and clearly indicates where a team should focus. For example, there should be less than 10% of opportunities in priority 1. When there is an opportunity in priority 1, everything else should be stopped so that the whole team focuses on the specific area. Then another 20% of the opportunities should be in priority 2. The majority of the opportunities, about 40%, will be in the third priority, while the rest of the opportunities will reside in priority 4 and 5 for about 20 and 10% respectively. Most of the time, these will be rejected. To generate the mapping, an Excel tool is available. Let's look at the tool. There is 1 tab per strategic arena or program. The first step is to list all opportunities. The second step is to ask your team to screen the opportunities with their business intuition on a scale of 0 to 2. 0, or a blank cell, indicates that it is not a promising opportunity, while 2 would be a very promising opportunity. Then you can sort opportunities from the highest score to the lowest. Choose a threshold delimiting opportunities that are interesting enough to be pursued. In this example, the threshold will be 8, so only 2 opportunities will be evaluated. The third step is to score the business strength and the market attractiveness of each opportunity. Here's a tip for effective scoring. Before scoring any opportunity, ask someone in the team to explain the opportunity to be scored. This way, everyone has the same understanding of each opportunity while scoring. Then, everybody scores only 1 opportunity at a time. The intent is to discuss the scoring when there are divergent scores. In the case of opportunity 1, everybody scores the business strength at 9, so this is good since there is a convergence on the score. In this case, the business strength doesn't need to be discussed. However, there are people scoring the market attractiveness at 4 and others at 8, so obviously some people don't see the same thing. Thus, it would help if you had these participants explain their scores. Often when there is such a big gap in the scores, the participants don't have the same reading of the situation, and it is worth discussing. Afterward, you can keep going with the other opportunities 1 at a time. To generate the mapping, you will use the designated tab. Here you will transcribe the scores from the Arena tab. The mapping will be generated automatically once the name of the opportunity and scores are entered.
I hope you have enjoyed this video. When looking for new opportunities, it's not the number that counts, but rather the quality of the effort you're willing to invest to get to a real issue.
If you haven't already done so, you can get your hands on our popular 60-page visual guidebook for free. Click the link in the description below. Don't hesitate to watch the next video to learn even more about innovation management practices.